Alright. We're going to watch a Max0r video. We haven't watched Max0r in a while. And this is his newest video. Crimson Desert Review in quotations. I am so tired. Me too. Same. That is a mood, Max. That is a mood. Relatable, honestly. I'm excited for this. I am excited. We haven't watched a Max0r video in a little while. And Crimson Desert is an absolutely goated game. So, can't go wrong with that. Cannot go wrong with that. But you know the drill. I know the drill. And the drill is are you Ready, Freddy. Well, you better be. Hold on to your panties. Let's go.
This video has a lot of footage of people smacking into the ground at Mach 10 speed. Crimson Desert is one of the least understood games that I have ever covered on this channel, because either you've never touched it and only vaguely recognize it from this tweet, which...
Yep, everybody knows that tweet. Crimson Desert allows you to punch women. I have never been more ready to pre-order in my life. Finally, a game that gives gamers what they want. 11.6 million views. Holy shit.
Extols the virtues of being able to beat women, or you have actually played it and immediately forgot about the entire thing because playing this game is like falling asleep to the Shrek Forever After DVD menu. So, for the majority who don't know, Crimson Desert is the newest—
You know, I still think I have that DVD, I'm gonna be honest. I think I have that DVD laying around somewhere still. That unlocked a memory I didn't know I had still. I think I still got that somewhere.
Shrek Forever After DVD menu. So, for the majority who don't know, Crimson Desert—
5'4" guy explaining, wait. 5'4" guy explaining how they deserve human rights. Hey, I love my short kings, and 5'4" is tall to me because I'm 4'11". So, I mean, that's tall to me. I love my tall kings. Alright? That's tall to me, and that's what matters.
Crimson Desert is the newest innovation in AI-powered open-world gaming technology, miraculously allowing the player to freely move in any direction without the need for loading screens, all while featuring riveting combat, intense platforming, and meticulous collection of ancient precursor artifacts. Except no, the game I am actually describing is Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy for the PlayStation 2, which you can actually—
You know, I've never played a Jak and Daxter game. I was more of a Banjo and Kazooie kind of girl. I've heard of them, obviously. I've known of them, but I've never actually played them myself.
Describing is Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy for the PlayStation 2, which you can actually run natively on your PC without emulation using this cool software that decompiles your ISO called OpenGold. Except, no again, I am actually playing Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy inside of The Sims 3.
What?
For this reason, Crimson Desert is also a very polarizing game. Either you love it, or you think that it is
I say as a YouTuber who only creates slop. Same! Oh my god, me too! Criminal dog shit.
Desert is also a very polarizing game. Either you love it, or you think that it is unrepentant slop. Slop, as a term.
Slop, digital content of low quality that is usually produced in quantity by means of artificial intelligence. Well, I'm at least smarter than AI, let's be real. Look at me. I'm a VTuber.
Either you love it, or you think that it is unrepentant slop. Slop, as a term, has gained a great deal of popularity for denoting a type of content that is derivative, mass-produced, made simply to be consumed by the largest number of cattle in the least amount of time, with various low-quality YouTubers even being forced to sell their souls to gamer sups energy drinks for money.
Yeah? And so what? So what if I signed my soul away? You're one of us, Max0r. You can't talk. Money, currency, and the ability to exchange resources and eating people. Eating people? Or is that's a G? Jesus Christ. No, it's an E. Eating people, eating them. Currency and the ability to exchange resources and eating people, eating them. Huh. Anyways. Low quality YouTubers.
YouTubers even being forced to sell their souls to gamer sups energy drinks for money.
Yes.
Selling their viewers various zany types of energy slop at the low price of 40 cents per serving and somehow not changing with inflation. I personally use gamer subs in order to work my 10-hour shifts at the job factory so I can have the privilege of producing so much shareholder value. Click the link below for 10% off my funny flavors, or the free market will be forced to build a data center in your house. Or perhaps
anything but that. Hold on, I'm gonna go use code Max0r at checkout. Anything but a data center, please.
off my funny flavors, or the free market will be forced to build a data center in your house.
Oh,
Or perhaps
in my house.
that is all commie bullshit.
Oh.
It's not like baiting people with politics on the internet is really easy or anything. So to prove the political neutrality and objectivity of my news and fact-orientated YouTube channel,
My name is Johnny Harris here. It's the most Googleable information ever conceived. Fascism.
to prove the political neutrality and objectivity of my news and fact.
Gotcha. Wait, I'm trying to see what he has on his monitor. Oh my god. Futurama. And then politics everywhere.
and fact-orientated YouTube channel. For my next trick, I will misgender a non-binary person while acknowledging that this video was written on stolen land. Though I will have to
Max!
a non-binary person while
We are they them because we are two people.
while acknowledging that this video was written on stolen land.
Jesus.
Though I will have to comment that I am personally against the mass immigration of Paleolithic refugees into the sovereign borders of Demonis. Someone once made the mistake of letting Greymanes in, and they have already formed an ethno-state in Hernand, right next to the Goblin one. And
Goblins? What about goblins? Goblins on their way to not being a problematic depiction. As far as I know, goblins are problematic in every game ever. Goblin, no, stop it! I know you fuckers are gonna say it! You can gobble my nuts, okay?
And while calling this game slop isn't exactly an accurate term, it is a funny one. So that is the one that I'm going to be using now. Try to look at the terrain design for like 3 seconds and tell me with a straight face that the art direction was not done by ChatGPT. Goals. What are my goals when making this video? Make discourse about this video game absolutely impossible to have. Make every analysis and opinion about it completely irrelevant for no reason. Let us agree to never reconcile and
Cliff, my lifelong dream is to become green by green. Green? I'm green.
any opinions that we might be thinking of right now. Features. The main selling point of Crimson Desert is that it has
Oh my god, it's the things from Genshin. I have to put unfun enemies in the game. It's the fucking Big Daddy. It kind of looks like Big Daddy too, yeah.
Be thinking of right now. Features. The main selling point of Crimson Desert is that it has features in it, making it the ideal game for those who love to consume content, like the experience of scrolling YouTube shorts if they were YouTube longs. It plays like a manhwa reads, and it reads like an Instagram reel about my grandma getting hit by a bazooka. Crimson Desert.
What? Why did Grandma get hit by a bazooka? What's the context?
And it reads like an Instagram reel about my grandma getting hit by a bazooka. Crimson Desert has robust combat, various bosses, advanced puzzle solving for the next 3 hours or so, house building, armor dyeing, Farmville, fishing, liberal use of an Evangelion, and so much more than is actually fun. Why does Game This So Many Inside of It have our things? Well, Crimson Desert is first and foremost a game made by—
Welcome to South Korea. Here is your pencil and paper. Please study for the next Sunyung? Please study for the next Sunyung for the next 18 years.
Made by South Koreans, which doesn't really sound like a relevant detail until you first understand.
Cliff, you need to pick up bitches on Gmail. It has to be Gmail. Delete all other apps. Fuck and suck on Gmail. Oh my god!
Made by South Koreans, which doesn't really sound like a relevant detail until you first understand that Korean society is a series of cram schools and corporate humiliation rituals, and sometimes in the middle, you get to play StarCraft.
Yep, that's pretty
75% of young
accurate.
people in this nation want—
That sounds pretty accurate. 75% of young want to escape South Korean hell. I can't say I blame them. I love creating semiconductors for Samsung.
times in the middle, you get to play StarCraft. 75% of young people in this nation want to leave it. We are talking about the closest thing that humanity has to an endangered species. This is a nation that is actively looking to occupy—
Yeah, they have I think they have the lowest birth rate in the world, right? Something like that. It's pretty bad. Loudest birthing ward in all of Korea.
that humanity has to an endangered species. This is a nation that is actively looking to occupy itself so that death seems like it is coming a little bit faster. Why is this relevant to our game? Because every single conversation, every menu, every person, and every mechanic in Crimson Desert exists solely to give you a different ethnicity to cleanse from the face of the earth. So the entire notion that I should be paying attention to literally anything—
Shaving may kill a lot, but it also helps a lot of people get to work on time. Much to think about. No! Do not drive drunk, please. Please. That's a big no-no.
that anyone is saying feels like an insult to my intelligence. I know the outcome of this conversation we're having right now. It is the same as the last 30 conversations I've been dragged into, and every single one of them ends with a demand for goblin genocide. And look, okay, I am definitely not saying that this—
Goblins, them fucking goblins, and them fucking gnomes, bro. Hack them. Hack those goblins and hack gnomes. The human mind, perhaps the second most powerful weapon to the gun.
This game might have a goblin genocide. And look, okay, I am definitely not saying that this game might have a problematic depiction of goblins or anything. I just think that it's kind of weird that they happen to live as a minority of inherently conniving traders, black marketeers, and profit-driven debt collectors with the sole honor of being able to charge white people usury and run all of Hernan's financial institutions. I'm sure that this has absolutely no relation to any hypothetical stereotypes that may—
Please do not demonetize me.
I'm sure that this has absolutely no relation to any hypothetical stereotypes that may or may not exist in real life. I just think that this game might not be for you if you are Italian. Racism is a—
Wait, what does it have to do with the Italians? What? I'm so confused. What?
I just think that this game might not be for you if you are Italian. Racism is a core mechanic of this game's narrative. The literal main quest of the game is entirely about a never-ending hereditary blood feud between two slightly different variations of Scandinavian Mayo monkeys. This is a role-playing game where I am forced to roleplay as an Icelandic Josef Mengele, genocidally cleansing the entire face of Payloon because Cliff, as a licensed therapist apparently, can
Cliff, I have to deal with the psychological implications of my newfound physical disability.
Only ever respond to Hitler's dialogue with slightly different variations of yes and what happened. To put it simply, questing in this game is an absolute nightmarish slog, predicated by the idea that dialogue in and of itself is either a route to American historical reenactments or a vehicle to a 2-hour puzzle in which you slowly and
Amazon workers on Prime Day.
American historical reenactments, or a vehicle to a 2-hour puzzle in which you slowly and manually move boxes around, hoping in vain that you will swiftly die of old age. I want you to imagine this given scenario. You're playing an open world game and definitely not a spreadsheet with a realistic scan of Delaware on top. So you say to yourself, I would like to see locations and experience new areas outside of my current spatial understanding because I am human. Then you see a castle in the distance and think to yourself, wow, I can't wait to see what adventures await me over there. Only to discover that the castle has no enemies inside of it, no loot you can actually find, and the knowledge that you have now wasted 20 minutes of your narrowing lifespan. How devious and quirky. Then, 7 hours of real time later, you just happen to be taking a random quest that you found on a spreadsheet, wherein this desaturated ice dweller has the actual caucasity to inform me of this
Caucasity?
This desaturated ice dweller has the actual caucasity to inform me of this mysterious and hitherto unknown castle in the distance containing unique enemies and an entire boss fight in it, because I cannot emphasize it enough, this scenario is every single thing in Crimson Desert. In this game,
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. What was the boss's
and
name?
an entire boss fight
Homeless man with antlers. I know that's not his real name, but
in it, because I cannot emphasize it enough, this scenario is every single thing in Crimson Desert. In this game, you can grab a tree and use it to catapult yourself. You can clean objects with a broom. You can scramble your brains like Sonic the Hedgehog. And you can even go fishing, just like in Jak and Daxter, the precursor legacy for the PlayStation 2. But when I decided that I wanted to see this castle, this mountain...
You guys think he likes Jak and Daxter? Oh, just a little bit? Just a smidge?
Precursor legacy for the PlayStation 2. But when I decided that I wanted to see this castle, this mountain, this battlefield with 9,000 robotic bees, and this Crimson Desert in the video game called... I forget the name. I was told to come back later after I had spoken to a random rock 5 zip codes away and listened to the most boring explanation of anything I have ever seen. This problem gets so much worse than you think it is. It is not just castles, there are entire nations in this game that exist purely in the context of the main quest, and after that are literally never seen or heard from ever again. Just like my dad, the game does not expect you...
Same! Same! Oh my god, so relatable.
Ever again. Just like my dad, the game does not expect you to actually have a memory about anything at all. Entire mechanics will just show up and then randomly disappear into the void for 30 hours.
Me ejecting bowling balls. Wait.
Entire mechanics will just show up and then
Me shoving bowling balls up my asshole.
randomly disappear into the void for 30 hours.
Me ejecting bowling balls out my asshole. Guys, be sure to not give Max0r any bowling balls.
Your mechanics will just show up and then randomly disappear into the void for 30 hours. Did you happen to like the dialogue mechanics with fucking 10 seconds of pausing between each?
Arby's refuses to honor special bulletin offering free roast beef snack to all divorced men. Lots of upset divorced men at this Arby's. And man, I kind of want some Arby's. And I kind of want some Arby's.
Between each line? Yeah, me neither. So why is it in the game for exactly 2 main...
Jesus, all these little inserts that he has. If your grave doesn't say rest in peace, you are automatically drafted into the skeleton war. How do I get cowboy paint off a dog? Befriend Shrek, kill Shrek, eat Shrek.
2 mandatory questions.
Is Wario a libertarian? The greatest thread in the history of forums, locked by moderators after 12,239 pages of debate. Wait, is this real? Is that real? Wait, is that actually real? Hold on, I have to look this up real quick. Is Wario a... Oh my god, it's the first thing that comes up. Oh wait, here we go. 14 years ago. Apparently it is? I'm confused. It's controversial? Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yes. Can we please make that number 0 because it feels like I am having a stroke right now? And not the good kind. Hitherto unknown antagonists who are now suddenly really important to the plot apparently keep appearing and get killed within the span of 30 minutes, never to be seen or mentioned ever again.
Sending you to the cuck chair. Yeah!
And get killed within the span of 30 minutes, never to be seen or mentioned ever again. Everything is paced like it is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
The boys after penis school? What?
Mentioned ever again. Everything is paced like it is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure if every single stand user talked in fucking Mad Libs. That is why Crimson Desert is so forgettable, because the actual game itself is constantly forgetting. The literal second that the player looks away from something or someone, that thing ceases to exist. And believe me, I really tried to get them to exist, okay? There is just nothing here. But oh my god, Max, there are things in the game. Haven't you seen the things to do in the world, Max? Haven't you fought these fucking 4 identical copies of the same guy? Haven't you done the quest where you rescue this goblin and he tells you to go fight the 50 simultaneous wolves? Yes, I have, dipshit. And look, if you like things to do, you know, if you're like a 40-year-old dad who just wants to come home and be assigned a task as is their natural inclination.
Target demographic of this game.
40-year-old dad who just wants to come home and be assigned a task as is their natural inclination. I am not going to yuck someone else's yum, but it's probably because you were not given a soul at birth. Does anything that I do affect the world? No. I fight bosses, I do puzzles, I take a random quest from a guy and watch a mass shooting happen at the circus completely unprompted by anything. I go back to my camp, I sell the bodies that I looted to build up my Farmville minigame, I go to sleep, and
93,456 rats, 4 gay men, 673 fruit.
then I do it all over again, and you know what? I like the Farmville minigame.
Yeah!
Chapter 2, the Farmville minigame. Please hear me out, okay? Because if this game's world isn't even going to try to motivate me at all, the least it can do is let me motivate me at all. There is genuine progression in the Farmville minigame, and frankly, it's a really good idea because to the 9,999 moths, 1 foods, 383,039 AAO. I don't know what any of that means. There is genuine progression in the Farmville minigame, and frankly, it's a really good idea because unlike the main quest, I am the one deciding what I do with my camp. I decide what weapons I'm going to upgrade. Maybe I want to chop down a tree so we can have wood. Maybe I send someone to get that wood and use that wood to build a farm. Maybe I identify an unprotected rival ethnicity in the mountains so that I may purloin that which they no longer need, sell them to my blacksmith, and invest the proceedings into a stock index fund. Maybe I want to go mining, but bandits have occupied the quarry, so I have to kill them. My gear isn't good enough, so I need to upgrade by getting a better smith, and that takes money, and oh my god, there is almost a game here. I can choose where to invest my money. I can invest in myself by purchasing 200 rotisserie chickens, and
Man, I suddenly want some rotisserie chicken.
it's my money. I can invest in myself by purchasing 200 rotisserie chickens, and I had to search every single grocery store in the game for this, please laugh. I can invest in the Bank of Naples, where I can actually choose my investment strategy on the open market like some sort of perfidious Dutchman, or invest it in the purchase of a new cart and the packaging of unique goods, then looking up where to sell those goods, and then traversing the map and then running them back to another post. And it now just dawns on me that I am making a more compelling story than the narrative of any quest in this game, and it's not even close. If you want me to remember a location, do not make me save it.
Fight islands.
To even close. If you want me to remember a location, do not make me save it. Make it mean something to me. Make the liberation of Caitlin from the Danish people unlock new territory and resources to exploit. Make exploration uncover new and lucrative trades so I can exploit the differences in wages to build a Labubu factory. Make anything in the story matter to the salt of the earth goblin skinner. And yet, I still have to mine random outcroppings of iron and copper like a Congolese child, even though I have an entire ethno-state at my personal command, because this game cannot decide between dialectical materialism or great man theory. One subscribing to the idea that change can only come through a single man's drive.
Thrown out of Home Depot for eating the drywall. Same. That happened to me yesterday, man.
Great man theory. One subscribing to the idea that change can only come through a single man's drive for profound and tremendous violence. That if there is a problem, it is because there are bad people in charge, they are bad because they decide to be bad, and all we have to do to solve the issue is to kill them. Nothing fundamentally changes except that we have to put the right people in charge, and the right people are always me. While the other one postulates that the advancement of society ultimately comes from collective material advancement and the endless struggle between differing modes of production,
I must dismantle God.
eventually culminating in the birth of a bourgeois goblin class. And with these two competing philosophies in the same game and indeed focused into a single Napoleonic figure who barely speaks in conversation, leads us to the final synthesis representing all the flaws and contradictions of Crimson Desert itself. This game, genuinely and accidentally, love it or hate it, is liberalism. And in conclusion, genuinely and accidentally, love it or hate it, is liberalism.
Liberalism? This is the most undialectical thing I could possibly say, and I basically just made it up for the Israel joke. It's not accurate, thanks. Max!
And in conclusion, would be unable to commit to a coherent position on Israel. I hope that you liked reading my politically charged video essay about the role of autistic non-binary people under capitalism or something.
My name is Shawnee Harris, and I'm here to answer a question you can just look up. I can just look up.
My politically
Johnny, I don't see anything.
charged video essay about the role of autistic non-binary people under capitalism or something. As much as I liked writing it, I basically made up this entire video script, but in reality, no one is actually—
Presentation in penis school.
I liked writing it. I basically made up this entire video script, but in reality, no one is actually going to call me out if I lie. Because ultimately, that requires actually remembering a game called Crimson Desert.
Crimson Desert, a video game I would really, really like to no longer have to make a video on, thanks.
You know, which is actually pretty similar to a game called Jack and Dax.
Fucking Max! That's like the, what, 8th time he's brought it up?
You know, which is actually pretty similar to a game called Jack and Dax.
god. Safe to say, I don't think Max0r liked Crimson Desert, which is fair. That is fair. I have to agree with him that it's a love or hate kind of game. You either love it and enjoy it, or you despise it. And I feel like there's no in between. It's definitely one of those games that is more, I wouldn't say niche. That's not really the word I'm looking for, right? But it's definitely an acquired taste when it comes to that game. And to be fair, Crimson Desert did technically start out as a MMO. So that's why the world is so big. That's why there's so many things to do. Is because it was originally meant to be an MMO. I don't remember the reason of why they downgraded to a single player game. I don't remember the whole thing, whole scenario with that, the whole situation. But yeah, it's definitely one of those games that is, you either love it or you fucking hate it. But overall, I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed my time with Crimson Desert. To each their own. To each their own. But that was a good video nonetheless by Max0r. Crimson Desert review. I am so tired, and now I can see why. Now I can see why Max was so tired. Max0r. Max0r. Max0r.